this is Tara and T. We are making this show for our participatory media class about our senior seminar class, which is Gender in Horror Films.
In this class, every week we watch a horror movie and we get a different article or essay from this book to compare to the film.
Welcome to the first show, everyone. On the first episode of Tara and T, we are going to talk about the first two movies that we watched in our class, which were Psycho and Silence of the Lambs.
We have two guests on our show today, Allie and Allie. Let's have them introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Allie. I'm in the Gender and Horror Senior Seminar class.
I'm Allie. Hi, I'm in Senior Seminar Horror Gender.
Well, we'll hear from them later, but for right now, let's talk about Psycho. It's a 1960s horror classic by Alfred Hitchcock. In this film, Marion Crane steals $40,000 from her employer, and she has hopes of running away to California with her boyfriend Sam until she takes a stop at the Bates Motel to rest. She meets a young man named Norman Bates. Unfortunately for Marion, this is where the trouble starts. Now, let's talk about Silence of the Lambs.
Let's talk about Silence of the Lambs.
While Clarice, have the lamb stopped screaming?
Lambs was directed by Jonathan Demme and was released in 1991. It stars Jodie Foster, Anthony Hopkins, and Ted Levine. The film focuses on Clarice Starling, a young, intelligent FBI trainee. She is sent to the Baltimore State Hospital for the criminally insane to interview an inmate named Dr. Hannibal Lecter, a brilliant, renowned psychiatrist turned infamous psychopathic serial killer. Clarice must match wits with Lecter and trust him to give her the clues to search for Buffalo Bill, a serial killer who skins his women-only victims.
Awful.
So creepy. Creeper!
It rubs the lotion on its skin. It does this whenever it's told.
Although these movies were made more than 30 years apart, they have many aspects in common.
We read two texts that pertain to both of our films. The first text was in our class textbook, The Dreaded Difference, and that was titled Her Body, Himself, Gender in the Slasher Film. And that article was by Carol Clover. The second article that we looked at was titled The Transvestite as Monster, and that was by Jay Tharp.
In the Carol Clover article, she mentions key components that are always present in every slasher film. Today we're going to look at three of those components.
The three components that we are going to look at include killer, locale, and the final girl. So to start things off, let's go to Allie and see what she would like to talk about.
I want to talk about transvestites.
Okay, let's talk about transvestites.
Yes, I think that's a great place to start.
It's great that you brought that up, Allie, because there's transvestites present in both of our films.
Two films, two transvestites. In Psycho, we have Norman Bates, who seems pretty normal in the beginning. A rather attractive man,
Some
I'll
people
say.
thought he was cute.
I thought he was kind of cute. Kind of cute. Let's get back to right at that part. Except when we... No. Okay.
See that he dresses up like his mom
Yes.
and kills innocent women in the shower.
No good. Not cute anymore.
Not cute.
Not a Match.com. Not another date.
Well, a boy's best friend is his mother.
In Psycho, we have Norman Bates, who wore his mother's clothing during his random acts of violence. In Silence of the Lambs, we have Buffalo Bill, who kidnaps women for their skin so he can make a female suit. Oh, that's just creepy. Creeper!
A suit out of lady skin.
Lady skin suit. A lady skin suit.
It rubs the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
In the article, The Transvestite as the Monster, Tharp compares and contrasts the gender confused. Not just confused. Not in this class. Not in this class. We talk about gender confused killers.
Gender confused.
Gender confused killers from Psycho and Silence of the Lambs. Tharp suspects that the connection between the two slasher films, sex and gender confusion, can all be brought back to Psycho.
It can be. It can be.
Carol Clover also talks about the gender-distressed killer. She thinks that Psycho was the starting point linking slasher films with the gender and sex and distressed gender killers.
Gender distress! I'm in a high state of distress.
Gender distressed. Now we're going to talk about The Terrible Place.
so scared of the terrible place. Oh.
We're so scared, too. We are also so scared of the terrible place. I'm so scared right now.
Clover says the terrible place is usually a house or tunnel in the slasher film. In Psycho, we have the Bates Motel and Norman's childhood home.
Clover also says that the house or tunnel might at first be seen as a safe haven, but the same walls that promise to keep the killer out quickly become, once the killer penetrates them, the walls that hold the victim in. In Silence of the Lambs, the terrible place is just so happens to be an empty well that is in the basement of Buffalo Bill's house. He keeps the women down in the hole and starves them, and also makes them put lotion on their skin to loosen the skin, so it's easier for him to make a female suit. It's creepy. So, it's not a house and it's not a tunnel. It's kind of a tunnel.
It's kind of a tunnel. It's an inverted tunnel.
It's an inverted tunnel. It's a creepy... Either way, it's a terrible place to be.
No one wants to be in Buffalo Bill's tunnel.
I don't want to be in Buffalo Bill's empty well in his basement, listening to Hugh Lazarus' Goodbye Horses.
It always falls. I seen him come. I seen him.
Now we're going to talk a little bit about the final girl.
Final girl!
Girls, 'cause in the evening it's girls. I like the way that they walk, and it's chilly hearing them talk, and I can always make them smile, from White Castle to the Nile.
Clover says that the final girl is boyish. As the killer is not fully masculine, she is not fully feminine. The idea is supported in Silence of the Lambs, but not fully supported in Psycho.
Oh, so you might think in Psycho that the final girl would be Marion Crane, but our minds quickly change when we see her murdered by Norman Bates, dressed as his mother, so Norman Bates' mother.
And let's talk about that. I mean, why did he dress as his mother to commit crimes?
We're thinking because just like Tharp said, he's scared of the feminine. So when he's doing his violent acts, he dresses as his mother because it's not Norman killing the women, because we all know Norman wouldn't hurt a fly.
No, he stuffs birds.
He likes birds. Taxidermy. What a healthy habit. Hobby, not a habit. It's a hobby. Although this topic isn't present in either of the texts that we read pertaining to our films, Allie would like to talk about something else.
Allie, what do you want to talk about?
What's up with all the birds?
With all the birds.
What's with all the birds? Same thing we were thinking.
Birds, I don't know if it's an homage to Hitchcock's movie The Birds, but birds seem to be present in every slasher film we've watched so far.
And in the two slasher films we're talking about today, birds are present in a few ways, not just seeing the birds, but also in the characters' names.
That's so interesting, because Marion Crane
is a bird.
And then Norman Bates happens to be a taxidermist who stuffs little birds.
Stuffs birds.
And then he also makes a reference to saying that Marion Crane eats like a bird.
Just one bird.
Just one bird. And then he mentions that birds actually do eat a lot, so I don't know why he even said it if he knows that birds...
Doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
And in Silence of the Lambs we have our main character, Clarice Starling, which is also...
Another bird name!
Another bird name! Throwed it in there.
Birds. What's up with all the birds?
What's up with all the birds?
Sign up for Constructing Health Spring 2010. It's only on Wednesdays from 4:45 to 7:15. You must sign up. This will be the best class ever.